and welcome to Be Bold Branding. I'm Tanya Eberhardt, founder of BrandFace, where we help business owners, entrepreneurs, and real estate professionals differentiate themselves, and we do that through personal branding.
Hi folks, I'm Michael Carr. I'm the COO of BrandFace. I was a client before I became a partner in the only comprehensive brand building system across the globe. And we do this podcast to help people take the fear out of putting themselves out there. So welcome to the show.
And today we are interviewing a fearless BrandFace agent, Jacqueline Turrentine. And Jacqueline's going to share her experience with us today about her journey becoming a BrandFace. All right, so welcome, Jacqueline. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. We're so proud of you for a lot of reasons, and we're going to share a lot of that information today. So, Jacqueline, tell everybody, first of all, why did you come into the BrandFace program in the first place?
Well, I came into the BrandFace program because I was looking for someone that could help me stand out. I am a real estate agent, of course, for 14 years. However, I'm not a marketer, and I realized that. So I found other different avenues I would use, like the newspaper, but I was never really happy with the outcome of a print ad, or I wasn't happy with the magazine. It just wasn't there. And I would try to convey to them what I wanted, but I never really walked away happy. I just paid for it and was, okay, this will do it. So for a long time, I've really been looking for someone that could help me brand myself, on every level, every platform, so that I felt comfortable with that part of myself and I can move on and just do real estate. And that was the reason why I contacted BrandFace. I was looking for that.
That's fantastic, Jacqueline. And, you're one of our favorite clients, too. I told Tanya this when we first met because I could tell right off you're a doer, and I like that. You research what you want to do, and then you go full bore at it, and I think that's fantastic. So that'll segue into my question for you. Was there anything that you were afraid of in coming into the program?
Well, of course, being that I've tried different things throughout the years, and I've always pretty much ended up with the same outcome, that I'm really not pleased or happy. I just accepted it. I was very optimistic, because I'm thinking, okay, should I do this? Is this going to work? I'm hoping that it will. But once I spoke with Tanya, I felt pretty comfortable. I wanted to go ahead and give it the opportunity to go ahead and try it and just see what happens. Being someone that had thought about it for years, trying to find that perfect fit, and I hadn't been able to do it, it worked out well for me.
All right, Jacqueline, let's talk about your brand. Tell everybody what your brand identifier is and how you feel that fits you.
Real estate refined. Well, at first I had to grasp it. Okay, really? Because I didn't see myself that way. But after going through the different homework assignments and putting it all together, it worked out for me. Basically, my clientele are seniors, baby boomers, empty nesters, people that have maybe lost a spouse, people are starting over. And so I was trying to pull it all together. And I also work with high-end, with professionals as well. And I wanted to be able to convey the message to my clients, but I didn't know how to pull it together with the high-end and then just people that are baby boomers or just people that are starting over. And the real estate refined, it just pretty much just sets me aside from everyone else.
Okay, so Jacqueline, tell us, what do you think was the easiest part of the branding process?
Well, the easiest part would have been the photo shoot. That would have been the easiest part. Makeup, hair, who doesn't like to do that? That was the easiest part.
What was the hardest?
The hardest part was just disciplining myself to go through the workshop, to answer the questions, to really go inside myself and pull out what needed to come out so that Tanya could really see who I was as a person and then put that all together.
And I remember going through this exercise with you, and at first you had to really think hard about real estate refined. Does that really fit who you are? And we were very bold about that, to say, are you kidding me? It's like, so you, Jacqueline. First of all, it's a kind of a double entendre. You're a beautiful, refined woman, very classy
Thank you.
lady. You're welcome. And on the other hand, your clients are seeking a refined quality of life. It's about quality of life to them, at this stage, whether it's somebody who is a high-end professional or a senior or an empty nester seeking a more, quality driven life. That's really what it's all about and what it stands for. So that double entendre, it worked beautifully both sides of the fence, actually. So the biggest question when it comes to branding and a personal brand especially, how does your Real Estate Refined brand make you feel?
More confident for sure. Because now with the Real Estate Refined brand, I feel like, to be honest, the bold part of it is a real estate agent. Sometimes you don't want to take on specific properties. And I would find myself still saying, okay, well, I'll just do this one more time. But now I can convey to a client or a customer what I do and how I do it, and without just saying, no, I don't want to do that or that's. So I let them down easy, and I pretty much let them know this is how I work. This is how, this is the type of clientele that I work with, and this is the type of properties that fits best for me. And it makes me feel better the way I'm speaking to them. And I think it has helped me gain a higher level of respect from that client or from that customer, because I can really relate to them what I do and how I do it. And pretty much I'm letting them know what I'm not going to do in a very nice way.
That's brilliantly put, Jacqueline, because it is like we keep trying to tell everybody brands are designed to be somewhat polarizing, right? They're designed to attract a certain type of clientele and distract or detract others, right? And not in a rude way, but like you said, it's a very respectful way of letting them know in advance, here's who I'm best designed to help or to work with. You nailed it right there. That's exactly what a brand is supposed to do for you. And it's a proactive thing rather than reactive. Instead of you having to say, no, I don't really work with those types of properties or in those areas or whatever, your brand says it for you.
Exactly.
Well, that sort of brings us to the next question. I think you really answered it, but I'd like to know in your own words, like, tell us how you feel your brand has set you apart and helped you secure business.
Well, like I said, when I first got into real estate, we had a little elevator pitch they taught us to say really, really quick or whatever. But, the one that I have now, it really speaks to me. So, like I said, it has really made me feel more secure in what I do. I can use the word bold, as well, but I feel comfortable with saying what I do and who I represent. And I don't stutter when I do it. So it has really made me feel, there's other things in my life as well that I believe, because of going through this program, has allowed me to say no in a very nice way, okay? So basically what I can say is the bold brand has really helped me not only in a professional level, but also in a personal level as well.
That's fantastic, actually, because, Tanya says, and she taught me, and I agree with 100%, that a great brand doesn't just change how people see you, it changes how you see yourself. And that is so important to what we do for a living in the real estate business, because we need that. And the fact that that works that way is fantastic. And that you're able to capitalize on that is even better.
I think you have done a fantastic job of summing up what a brand is supposed to do for you. Because, you know, when people are listening to these interviews and when they're watching some of our videos and things like that, it's really hard for us to articulate it in a way that people truly understand it, because it's coming from us. Of course, we're supposed to say that, right? But when you step in here and say, this has allowed me to say no in a very respectful way, what that means is, where a lot of agents feel right now that they're just chasing after squirrels, any squirrel that goes past the window, right? They're just chasing after them all because it feels like you have to do that. Like you said, you used to say, well, okay, I'll do that, right? Because you didn't really have a nice way of saying no. And that is so important in business. I can't tell you how important it is to be able to say no for the right reasons. And those right reasons don't just benefit you, those right reasons benefit your client too, because many times they would be better served by somebody else who has more knowledge in the property type they're seeking, or more knowledge in the area that they live in, or the phase of life that they're in. And so it goes both ways when you say no. It helps everybody, that rather than taking on something that you shouldn't be taking on. Okay, so there are, as you well know, real estate agents, business owners, entrepreneurs out there everywhere that are afraid to put themselves out there. They're afraid of maybe, you know, boxing themselves in, or they're afraid what other people might think about them or say about them when they put their brand out there. What advice would you give to other people about becoming a brand face?
Well, I think that mostly what I'm seeing, because I've been in the business like about 14 years and speaking with other agents, you know, there comes a time in our career that sometimes we get a little burnout. We're tired, you know, it's the same thing over and over, and you want to step back. But that's probably the best time to try to rebrand yourself. It's time to start over. It's never too late to start over. Even though you've been in the business for a long time, you have to start over and do something different, and to motivate yourself and to make yourself feel like, okay, I'm stepping into something new. So I would say, don't be afraid of the change, because the change is probably what you'll need to actually stay in this career. So you sometimes do need to rebrand yourself. And BrandFace is a good place to start.
I love what you said, because there are a lot of people out there who say it's never too late to start. I love what you said, that it's never too late to start over. Because
right.
How many times do we do that in our lifetime, that we enter a new phase of life, find something that is more interesting to us, head in a different direction, and those important moments in our lives where we do start over in certain ways can be so transformational. And, you know, we're just happy that you chose to do this transformation with us, Jacqueline. We're very honored and so proud to have you in the program. We think very highly of you, and we couldn't be more happy with your progress in this program.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Agreed. Hey, folks, listen. I want to tell you now, if you have any questions about your brand or you want to learn more about us, head over to discussyourbrand.com and schedule a free 30-minute session with our staff. That's discussyourbrand.com. If you've got any questions about whether you have a brand, you think you have a brand, you need a rebrand, you don't really know what branding is, it doesn't matter. Reach out to us. We'll be glad to talk to you.
Yep. And if you want to learn more in the meantime, we started a new Facebook group called Build Your Real Estate Brand. So head there and request to join. Our people are standing by to open the gates and let you in, and you'll see content and access there that you won't find anywhere else. That is Facebook group called Build Your Real Estate Brand. Jacqueline, I just want to say thank you one more time. You are awesome, and we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being on Be Bold Branding.
Thank you.
I second that. You're fantastic. And, you know, it's you encompass what we talk about. You know, we talk about prosperity here in BrandFace, and we're not just talking about money. We're talking about quality of life. We're talking about the whole 360 of that, you know, satisfaction, being fulfilled. And we say that prosperity favors the bold. So be bold, especially with your brand, just like Miss Jacqueline. And thank you, Miss Tanya.
Thank you, Michael and Jacqueline. Everybody, thanks for joining us on Be Bold Branding.